Yo, I know y'all ain't gonna see this because it's a little early, so I'm gonna give y'all a second to come in before I really, you know what I'm saying, put the pen to the pad and paper. I'm feeling a little better on. I'll tell y'all about that in a minute. So tonight's show we have the wonderful, talented. I don't even know if I can give words to how, you know what I'm saying, talented this young lady is. Like it's crazy. But we got a talented singer, a podcaster. Our guest host couldn't make tonight. He's taking care of family. So shout out to Captain Dad, who's with his daughter in ER. Wish him the best. Hopefully she's all right. You know what I'm saying? But it's time.
The shit, boy, get on my level. Doing 125 in my own lane, pedal to metal. One thing that I won't let you do, and that's gas me up. Keep my eyes open, letting nothing pass me up. Oh, I refuse to let you block my shine. No, not today. Oh, and I ain't going out to fight. No, not today. I'll take the light, you hold the camera, don't need more. Ready for action, I'm never lacking, I've seen war. FaceTimes, great minds couldn't conceive or couldn't relate, was robbed a chance to see more. So I aspire to reach higher, the fire inside of me burns brighter until I blow up like C4. Great shit, make hits, deep as the sea floor. Paste it, race gets long as the seashore. My star rising, they see me shining like I done been dipped in diamonds, but I be like, where the haters, they seem sure. It's all crickets, they on my dick like a seesaw. With no ticket, it's so sickening, please pause. As I provide the soundtrack to bounce back from each loss until we reach a target, we proceed course. There's no quitting, the clock's ticking. I seen how the plot thickens. Regardless, I never let it throw me off. The shit, boy, get on my level, doing 120.
Oh, hey, what's up? Sorry, I was reading my whatnots. So what's going on, Chris? Man, how's it going?
Oh, what's happening? Hello, everyone.
Oh, that didn't sound
because I was looking at a tag on message.
No, man, we're supposed to be working here, man. We work. That's what we do.
This is what kept me up while I was backstage in the green room. We're doing good, man.
Hey, man, that sounds like a personal problem, man. You might want to consult your.
You know what? Like I said, you know, when you going to bed at 1 a.m. and getting up at 4:30, doing handling business, you know what it is. Sleep, no sleep. But no, we're doing good, man. We come back next Tuesday, actually. Tomorrow night, I'm doing a spoiler review of the Batman because I checked that out last night. So that's
spoiler alert. There's a bat and some weird penguin looking thing. And
for the record,
Courtney's on this.
That shit was dope.
Wow. I'm too poor to see that. I seen the bootleg version. I don't think it was what I thought it was when I thought it was what it was. But yeah. So Courtney's on his way, man. He's gonna be here shortly. But before we get into that, we got a giveaway.
Yes.
So I love doing giveaways because it's a chance to give stuff away. So tonight's giveaway is brought to you by Paramount Pictures. And I didn't bring my live read up. I ain't bring my reading glasses. Gasoline Alley stars Devon Siwa. Bruce Willis, Luke Wilson is not available on digital demand. It is a high-packed, action-packed thriller where Jimmy Jane, who is Siwa, is an ex-con who is reformed into the prime suspect of a Hollywood murder. Damn. With homicide detective Freeman, who is Willis, and Vargas, who is Wilson, close on his tail, Jimmy is determined to prove his innocence no matter what it takes. You can buy or rent Gasoline Alley tonight. But you're going to have a chance to win it tonight because the hashtag to win that is singers. So you use the hashtag singers, you enter to win. Singer, sorry. It's hashtag singer. You win that by putting hashtag singer in the comments. We're going to draw names. There's 5 copies to give away. And there's talking points because I like talking points. This is an all-star class that includes Devon Siwa, Bruce Willis, Luke Wilson. It's action-packed murder mystery. And Siwa is an ex-con. So we're going to have a chance for you guys to win that. So throughout the night, you are going to be able to use the hashtag singer in the comments and win a copy and have a movie night on us. It's not Batman, but shit, it's Bruce Willis. So there's that.
It's not Batman, but it's that man. So it's good enough, I guess.
Nah, it ain't good enough. You know what's good? So, shout out to G Blakk because he had this song called Lights Go Down.
Yes.
And when I first heard this song, he let me hear it before, he premiered it. And I was like, damn, this song is deep as shit. And I listened to this song on repeat forever because the hook was so fucking touching. Like, the whole song is great as shit, don't get me wrong. But the hook was amazing. But then
the video.
Our guest took it, put some stank on it. She ain't just sing it, she sung it. Like, this shit was so, I heard it before we had so this is how my mind works. So G Blakk let me hit a reprise, and I was like, damn, who is that singing this song? I was like, I have to get a conversation with her. I don't know what I'm gonna say when I jump in this inbox, but I don't want to be creepy because that's how you lose them. You just jump in the inbox like, oh my God, I like your song. That shit don't work. You know what I'm saying? So before G Blakk even came on, we had a conversation. And I was just like, I love the song. I love your voice. Voice is amazing. And if you don't know, let me give you guys a sample before we bring it.
Do you even know if I'm even around?
Listen to this.
Let's go down. Do you even know if I'm even around? And I have found lies that made me blind, and I'm losing my mind. And let's go down.
Oh, wait. My bad.
Let's go down.
Yeah, there we go.
Wait, hold on.
Sorry, G Blakk. I love you, brother, but we heard you enough. So our first guest, talented singer, songwriter, rapper, artist, soulful, just totally fucking dope. Yes, Jocelyn. Hello.
Hi, guys.
So happy for you to be here. So I know I said I was gonna tell this story when we talked during sound check, but I have to. Your voice on that song took it to another level for me. I don't know about anybody else. I can't speak for anybody else. I just know when I hear a song, I listen to the lyrics and the voice, because if there's pain in the song but I don't hear pain in the voice, I can't believe that you really feel this way.
Right.
And when I heard that song, I was like, I don't know if she truly feel this, but damn, I feel the pain. I hear it in her voice. She is really singing this song, and it's so soulful. It was just like, I think I played it. I think I played that version right there, the way he gave me the little snippet, which is like a minute, 50 times that night. Like, just going back just because.
It's a very soul searching song, really.
Yeah, it is. I'm just thankful that Blakk put me on it, and people who have watched that episode with him know that we met because he heard me singing another song that I wrote in the booth, and he was outside of the studio just listening. And when I walked out, he was like, I really like your voice. And I was like, thank you. That meant a lot to me because I grew up not hearing that. I heard the exact opposite growing up, saying I couldn't sing or I didn't have like a great singing voice. Yeah, so it took
those what we call haters. They was like, you know what? Maybe if I tell her enough that she can't sing, she'll stop. So I ain't gotta worry about her blow up she waiting. You know
I appreciate that.
Shout out to G Blakk, man, in the building.
Yeah.
Top fan for like 50 years, friend of the show, always have a home here. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about how you got started. Like, what was your earliest, what was the song that you was like, I can sing this, I can sing anything?
I don't put this voice out there, but I do feel like the tone that I use in Lights Go Down, I do sing a lot of Jasmine Sullivan, but I'm really shy when it comes to showing that voice. So like her riffs and everything, I feel like that's when I realized I actually do have a voice that I like and maybe other people like. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I was told a lot of times growing up that my voice wasn't that great. And then I just feel like I developed it, and I never took singing classes or anything, but I always looked online.
Stop.
Yeah.
Time out. Okay. Now a lot of times I like a good humble brag, but that is the fucking ultimate humble brag I've heard on the show. Like, your voice is that fucking phenomenal, and you never took a singing class. I know I'm about to. That is not. That's crazy because I've heard some people who took singing classes and you couldn't tell. So, not to be rude to them people, but sorry, Charlie. But no, that is crazy because your voice, like I said, I don't know who told you that, but they need to get their fucking ears checked. Like, that is retarded. Like, that is, and I don't even like using that word. I'm sorry, people. I don't really like using that word, but that don't make no sense because I hate when people see somebody with talent and they try their damnedest to extinguish that fire before it even gets started. And I'm so glad that you didn't take what they said to heart or let it affect you, because we wouldn't have this song and the music that you make and plan on making, you know what I'm saying? And not to jump ahead, but fucking phenomenal. So what was your earliest, like when did you start writing?
So, I mean, even like when I was like 8 years old, me and my sister and our favorite cousin, we like would dance at my grandma's house in the basement, and we would like write songs, but I was always the one writing them. So like, I think it goes back to even like silly songs that I was writing when I was 8 years old, but I really started to take songwriting a little more serious around the age of like 2021, when I was asked the first time to like jump on like a remix of Deuces with my best friend who's a rapper from college. So like I wrote that whole verse, and I feel like I'm a type of songwriter that writes like truly authentically and from the heart. Like, I can't write about something that I don't feel or is a lie or I haven't gone through. I'm a very vulnerable person, and I feel like that's what makes me a good songwriter, because I'm not scared to put my emotions and my feelings out there. But like, I don't own like a Range Rover or like a big mansion. Like, I can't write about stuff like that because like that's not where I'm at right now in my life. So I feel like I try to stay authentic, and I try to be relatable to other people, whether it's women or men, because we all go through heartbreak. We all go through happy times. Like, it's just kind of wherever I'm at in life is what I try to reflect on.
I can actually appreciate the fact that you use that tone when you come to sing, when you write a song or when you're singing, or both actually, using that same internal emotion that you've gone through, or that personal emotion that anybody can relate to. So that's why it shows so well, especially with this song. It shows out so well that we've listened to it several times,
I'm so
and it's like
I still listen to it.
Yeah, like it's hard not to just kind of
like, again, that was my favorite song. Like, D Black knows that was one of my favorite songs. But your version
it's a really
of it,
deep song. Like,
but your version, no offense to the person who originally sung it, but your version just gave it life. It gave it legs. Like, her version crawled to the album, but your version ran that motherfucker like you.
She did have a very clean voice, and I totally get what Blakk meant by like it was pristine. And
it was too.
That's the same thing he said. It's the same thing he said.
Yeah, it was.
It just didn't feel like that. Her voice matched what she was singing to me.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't feel it. That's like her saying, "I got all this heartbreak," but she sound like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, "I got heartbreak, yes I do." Like, that's just don't.
Wait.
Work.
Okay.
I got heartbreak.
No, I totally get what you're saying, and I feel like that song really resonated with me, because I do feel sometimes, in a crowded room, I am alone or by myself. So that's totally a relatable feeling. But to answer the second part of your question, when I was like 22 years old, I moved to Los Angeles, and I started getting into my career and where I'm at now and building to get here. And now that I'm 32 years old, I went through probably like my biggest breakup when I was 31. I just turned 31, and I didn't really like know how to like get it out, because like when you're in your 20s versus your 30s, I don't know how old you guys are, but like
ancient.
You can claim that for yourself, my friend.
45 in dog years, so I should let you know where I stand. Under here, it's all bald and gray at the same time, which I don't know how
Okay,
that's
well,
possible.
you can't tell. You guys look great, but
less stress and baby blood and goat's milk.
But like, I felt like in my 20s, like a breakup didn't mean as much in my 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I kind of started to understand like my feelings and someone else's feelings and what they can mean to someone and like how like sensitive things can be. I don't know. It was just like a whole different turning point.
I think
in my life.
I think what it is like when you're in your 20s, nothing seems like everything seems forever. And it doesn't, there's no time limit or nothing. There's no expiration date. So you don't realize, when you're in your 20s, like you're really kind of just wasting time. Like you don't even realize how much time you're wasting sometimes.
Yeah.
And once you get 30, you're like, oh shit, car, kids, 401k, stocks, bonds, diversify. And you're like, damn, love.
It's crazy because it's the second time I've heard that. It's the second time I've heard that analogy this week. It seemed like after you hit 30, everything changes. Yeah, everything changes.
You're like,
your
shit,
whole
I'm 30
mindset
to
is
60, 60 to 90. Oh shit, what have I done? Sat on this couch and played PlayStation all day. God damn it.
Right. So I feel like, your 20s, whatever, but I broke up with this person and I was hurt. So I just like got on the internet. I was like, I'm gonna write a freaking song. So I wrote a song and it was my first song. It was my first single I ever put out as an artist, but I was using my government name, which is Jocelyn Cruz, for that single. And it was called Fuck With Me. I don't have it online anymore for some reasons, but I'm really proud of that song. I wrote the entire verse, the chorus, and then my sister had wrote like the bridge part and she sang that, but I sang the chorus, rapped on the first verse and second verse. And I try to toggle my music in between rapping and singing. And I also really try to make it important to people that like I am the solo like songwriter. The first song I didn't write that I sang was on G Black's Lights Go Down, because I obviously didn't write that, but I really do pride myself in writing my own music because it's coming from me. So it's hard to sing other people's words when I'm not feeling that or I'm not in that place.
That's a good way to be, because we know over the years how many rappers, singers got exposed for Diddy, Drake, No Name Please. I got a sore throat. I don't know if y'all know I had a wisdom tooth thing, so I'm really glad I'm not. Because earlier I was talking like 50 Cent from Get Rich or Die Trying. It was real bad. I was like, oh my God, I got a show.
Well, you sound better now.
It's gonna be dope, and I was gonna be in here like, hey man, what's y'all going on? You know what I'm saying? 50 ain't doing nothing, man. But no, that is a dope thing because it's just authentic to hear, like, you know what I mean? Because writing songs, I don't believe is easy.
It's not. I get stuck all the time. I'll write a song and then I'm like, I'll come back to this later if I'm not feeling it.
That's a good question. This is a good question to ask at this point. I was going to ask you, what is it that best gets you in the mood? Like it's like sort of like you would mention in the breakup. So what is it that puts you in that zone to say,
I want to hear that breakup song because I know that thing was fire.
Yeah, it was. I dogged him.
I bet. I'm sure. I feel it because the way you brought that story up. I listen to voices.
Yeah,
and I have this intuition where I can pick up on feelings. So in your voice, you was like, "Yeah, we broke up, and I wrote a song." That's what I heard. You said it. It was sweet when it came out, but I heard Forrest Whitaker, Samuel Jackson, vitriol and anger behind it. It came behind. It was delivered with a sweet tone, but behind it was like, fuck that.
Yeah, definitely over that in my life now. But I feel like getting in the mood to writing a song is like, I obviously don't make my own beats, but when I do find a beat, like I start just like humming to it and then kind of like making like a melody with it, with however it comes out, or I'll just start making like weird noises sometimes and then they'll turn into words. Like it's a very weird process and it's my own process.
It's not weird. When you're creative, it's not weird.
When you're creative, your process is your process. I don't care. I trust me. Before I start this show, I do a lot of weird stuff. If people seen the behind the scenes of how I get ready for a show, they would look at me and be like, "This motherfucker's crazy." Like I do karate in the garage and shit. Like I run around and you know what I'm saying. I talk to myself for a little bit. Like, okay, this is what's gonna happen. This is what you gonna do. Nigga, you ready? Let's go. Break. And then, I'm
just pretty sure Tiana's just looking at when he's at it again. It's Wednesday.
I'm just saying, every Wednesday, in my house, people hear me like I go to this quiet place. I turn some music on. You know, there's a lot of things.
Yeah. But, no, I feel that for sure, and I feel like it also is whatever's going on in my personal life too, right? Like sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm a bad bitch. I'm feeling myself today. Like, let me see like where I can take this song. And then sometimes like if I'm going through something with someone, like I'll write a song about them, or if they're making me happy, you know, like whoever I'm involved with in my life, whether it's family or friends or friend. Hey, Courtney.
How y'all doing?
Finally. Hold on. Wait.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
But I want to ask you this. I want to go behind the music. I want to get behind the music. Going from Cleveland to LA.
Yeah.
Why didn't you take us with you? Because you left the snow behind, all the nonsense. You out there with beautiful palm trees. I mean, like, is LA as beautiful as they make it seem?
It is. I mean, it just depends. It's just like every other city. Like Cleveland has its nice part.
Cleveland don't have nothing. Ain't nothing nice about Cleveland.
Okay. Well, I love it.
Other than the Cavs right now.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely beautiful. I mean, TV and cameras make things look a lot better.
Dark place.
What'd you say, Courtney?
LA is a dark place.
It can be. It definitely can be. It just depends where you're at in the city, honestly. And like, obviously, TV does make things look.
The reason I ask that is because the inspiration factor. Do you feel like it's easier to create out there versus here, or do you think? Because
that's the thing. Like going back to that breakup, I've been working from home because of COVID for the last 2 years. I left LA to move back home temporarily because my lease was up. So most of my music that I've created in my early music career, because I didn't start writing again until I was 31 years old, which is 1 year ago. I created most of my music here in Ohio. A lot of my inspiration has come here. So now I'm going to be moving back to Los Angeles in 2 weeks. And I don't know what my inspiration is going to be over there and what is going to be going on in my life at that time. But it has been nice to come home to Ohio and like have my roots and like really touch on those and be involved with someone that I've loved for a while now and have that person be my muse basically over these last 8 months. So, yeah.
That's dope.
What's wrong with that? I mean, if I go to LA, I'm sorry, niggas, I ain't coming back.
Me neither, nigga. No,
I'm sorry. If I go anywhere west, they gonna be like, man, DC moved out there and got different.
You
damn right.
I don't know if I can stay out west. Man. I love my Midwest.
Man, I've been in Hall my whole life. I ain't missing nothing here.
I love when it snows. I just like when it snows and all the badass kids in the house.
You guys can come visit me.
I'd rather go out west.
That's better.
I will. If don't nobody else know, I'm gonna take you up on that offer because I damn sure don't want to be in Ohio forever. So, who are you outside of the music? Like a normal day that's not music, not glitz and glamour. Like, what's a regular? Just like I'm chilling, slippers on. You know what I'm saying? Just chill mode. What's that look like?
I feel like I'm a pretty down to earth person. I do like to go out, but I'm not like, it doesn't have to be all the time. I've been going out a lot because I'm in Ohio and like it's a lot cheaper here to kick it. So why not?
Case of duels for $2.
Right.
That's an old duel.
Not 5 Patron spots for $70, but you know. Right.
Just a shot for 75.
I mean, it's a lot for 5 shots.
Just a shot.
And I like to look bougie, so you feel me? I have to order that.
They can't give a brother a thimble for like 2? Damn, I hope.
You know what I'm saying? Just a little.
All right, LA, I guess I won't be visiting. I'm cheap.
I just need to have
It's expensive.
There you lost me there.
To answer your question, well, I grew up in Lorain, Amherst area, west of Cleveland. I am half Scandinavian, half Puerto Rican. I identify with my Puerto Rican side because I was raised with my Puerto Rican family. My mom's family lives in Wisconsin, so I didn't really grow up identifying with that. I went to the University of Toledo and I'm graduated with, yes, UT Rocket. I graduated.
Go Rocket.
Right. I graduated with communications degree in 2011. After college, I was a news anchor, a news reporter for Fox Toledo. I was like their first Latina face of Fox. So that was like a big accomplishment.
Stayed out in Toledo for a little while.
Yeah, I loved Toledo. I loved
Toledo is a great place to build.
So
if you want to build a career, Toledo is the place.
Cool.
If you're from a big city, in a small pond,
it is definitely. I felt big fish, small pond.
Big fish, small pond for sure. I'm from Detroit.
Sorry, Toledo, I'm too big for you.
Damn, don't talk about that.
I'm gonna handle with the Randy Jack. That's gonna be a no for me, dog.
I've had friends that go there, but you were a news anchor. I missed that in my research. I don't know how.
Yeah, I don't really.
I do the thorough search. You were the first person who snuck something by me. So congratulations. I feel stupid. Like, I'm gonna have to go back and check my motherfucking research work.
You gotta go back to Google and start Googling.
Yeah.
I thought I did a thorough job. I'll be finding things people don't know about themselves. Like,
there will definitely be some old pictures if you search Jocelyn Cruz Fox Toledo.
Let me get on that right now.
Yeah.
So I mean that is dope though. Like,
no, it was a great career stepping stone for me. And to reverse a little bit, my last semester of college, I interned at BET for 106 in Park when it was Roxy and Terrence's last season, and that was such a great experience.
That is dope. See, and this is why I like to let guests speak for themselves, because that I couldn't tell better. So how was that?
It was a really good experience. It was different. Like, New Yorkers really weren't fucking with Midwest people, that's for sure.
Still ain't to this day.
They weren't. Sorry if I'm not allowed to curse on here. But
fuck that shit.
No, we cuss all the time.
God damn it, Jocelyn, you can say whatever the hell you want. I own this show. Nobody own us.
I feel like it was a great experience because I really got to learn like the corporate environment and also like production side of things, and then also how to be around talent. Like, being from Ohio and being from Lorain, Cleveland, Toledo area, like seeing like Jennifer Lopez, who's like my idol, and like not allowed to talk to her, and like learning to like, you know, like keep calm and not act like a fan, like, and be professional. Like, that was like the greatest learning I probably learned early on in my career, because they're just people too. And like, if I pop off with my music someday, like, I want to be treated like a person too. I don't want to be treated like, you know, everybody's going crazy over me. Like, so that was just like a great experience overall.
I ain't gonna lie. I kind of want that treatment.
I lost my job.
Well, here's why I understand what you're saying, because that is an amazing, like, just because that training a lot of people don't get.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a lot of, I'm learning that on the fly, because there's a lot of people I'll be like, damn, this motherfucker got a lot of followers, but they just be like, hey man, you know, how's it going?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, they wrote back. What do I do next? Which is weird, because I've met, you know, some famous people and didn't have that. Well, I kind of had that issue, but that's not about now. So what were you doing? Like, what was your official title there?
I was just interning. I wasn't getting paid. It was just like for experience to open up the door. And I really do feel like that internship did open up the door. I was like running errands for Terrence and Roxy at some points. Like, I was taking, at that time, we were still using VHSs to pop in the music videos for the countdown. So I had to get all the countdown music videos ready every day, research. I also was an assistant to the president of programming at the time with his assistant. So I learned all of that, but that was honestly like the best stepping stone to Fox. And then like where I'm at now in my career, it's like a blessing because I didn't know all those tools I was learning then I was going to use like the rest of my career.
Damn, that is a lot.
So listen, kids, learn to intern and shut your mouth.
Yes. Do internships early in college, not like me your last semester of college.
Or don't be DC and be starstruck sometimes.
Yeah, or me, and lose your internship.
Right.
Because you was hiding somebody's locker room like I would have been doing. Hey, J-Lo, I just want to ask you a quick question.
Wait, how do you segue from that? Wait a minute. You just don't go by that.
Hey, J-Lo, I was just wanted to ask you a quick question. What the fuck? How did you get in my...
Hi, you need some more towels? Like, this ain't even a hotel.
Yeah,
what the fuck are you bringing me towels for?
Oh my God, those are funny.
All green Jolly Ranchers. I heard you like Jolly Ranchers.
You like Skittles?
All creepy.
Yeah, he just... Hey, J-Lo, you like Skittles?
Hey, J-Lo. I've been here for 3 hours.
Quick question: red or blue? Is there even a blue Skittle? I don't know. I hate Skittles.
There
so
is blue Skittles.
Oh, ain't that the tropical shit? What's in the regular?
The tropical one.
Purple.
Yeah.
Fucking purple is not a fucking flavor. I'm so mad that purple to me is a fucking flavor. That's how brainwashed I am.
So good though.
But it's great.
Like
they're not purple. They're fucking green.
Like the wild berry joint.
Yeah, the wild berry. Those are fire.
Wild berry Skittles are fire.
Yes.
Skittles.
So, what's next? Like, what do you want next? Like, what's the... Let's go 2 years in a nutshell. Like, if this goes this way, I'll be happy.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, here's the thing. I have a great career in film marketing going on right now. So if music doesn't happen for me, I'm going to go the executive route and make my way into being, one of the few Latinas in the industry making boss moves. Like that is like one goal. But also my other goal is, because I'm just very creative, it's trying to break into the songwriting area, because if I am not going to be like the performer, I want to be the songwriter, and I want to sell my songs, and I want to create with other people and artists. And I also feel like that would be like a dream come true, even if I'm not the one performing. But if all the stars aligned of how I would want it to go, it would be me writing songs, still performing concerts, just getting into my element. And I feel like my music, what's next for me is I was kind of in a dark space for a while, so a lot of my dark music is still like on its way out. I wrote like over the last year and a half like 20 songs, so I have like 10 of them recorded, and I've only released 4 so far. So like I need to like get going on these releases and more music videos, and I feel like I'll definitely have more of that opportunity living in LA, because there's so many people just trying to break that wall in their career and meeting up with other creatives, because that whole city is full of creatives. So that would be goals in the next 2 years for sure.
I'm not gonna lie, if I can get any of that, I'd probably be cool. I mean, I won't be the first, I won't be one of the Latina filmmakers, but I mean, none of that sounds bad to me. I'm gonna be fucking amazing. I have to say so myself.
Thank you.
But no, that's dope, and we hope that happens. Courtney has this weird thing of saying once people come on here, somehow there's a springboard effect, they just really start blow-up-you-waiting. So
let's pray.
It doesn't work for us for some reason, but by tomorrow you can have like 50 million views, and it'd be like, okay,
good luck, Chuck.
For it. I'm happy for it.
I'm here for good luck, Chuck vibes, but I will say this is like
somebody finally gets that reference. Yeah, I have said that so many times. We had guests like, "What the fuck?"
I'm a film nerd, of course.
Thank you. That was one of my favorite movies. So underrated.
She in the media world. She knows this media.
I know, but even though there's some people in the media world who still never knew what that movie was, or ever even get the reference. Very underrated Dane Cook movie. People gotta realize that
movie. I love that movie.
Very fucking amazing.
I do want to say that like this is my first podcast, really. Like one of my
Popped her cherry.
Probably my second, as being like as Jock Ladiosa and doing this. So please know, like, if I pop off, like, you guys are gonna pop off, and then I'm gonna come back on, and we're gonna do a little reunion.
Yes.
So,
And if we never do, we still want you to come back because you have a home here now. So
And
anytime
if you do pop off and don't come back, we just gonna play this.
Yeah, we gonna play the shit out of this one. We had it first, motherfuckers. Nigga. Get on wild Vietnam eyed and shit.
Do you like Skittles?
We had her before. You know, we knew her when she was, down to earth. You guys got the superstar, which is still cool, the same person, but at the same time.
You know what I'm saying? We got the first story. We get the
we
story.
were there at the good part of it.
Yes.
But no, I do. I wish all our guests the best. You know what I mean? Whether that theory is right or wrong, I don't really care. I just like seeing people win, especially people we have on here, because I believe everybody that we've had and are having on here is dope as shit. That's why I want them on. But no, I do want you to blow up.
I appreciate
because you
that.
do have a great voice. Like, it's amazing. There's talent there. You know what I mean? You write songs and it's crazy. And plus, you got a Dane Cook, you know what I'm saying, reference. So it's not too many people get that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's super important to me too, because I feel like if I did blow up, like, I want to see people from Ohio win. I want to see people from my home win. Like, and I feel like that kind of gets lost with a lot of people who do leave their hometowns. And I know people can have their opinions about Kanye and whatever, but that is one person that still goes back to his hometown and gives back and definitely like uplifts people from that area. And I think that's like super humbling as like a quality in a person. And I do wish I saw that more from people who made it out of Cleveland or Ohio in general.
It would be nice, but it's Ohio. We all know.
It's like they forget about Ohio when they leave.
Yeah.
Not Chappelle stayed.
I haven't, and I've been gone for 10 years, and coming back here, you see, like, even like meeting Blakk, and like we record with the same person, Loki, who's also an amazing artist and engineer, and I met another amazing engineer, Ackright. Like, there's so many talented people here, and it's hard because we don't have the entertainment space like Los Angeles does, and we don't have the resources. So like when someone gets out of basically the gutter, I'm going to call it, once one gets out, it should be like an elevator. You send it back down for the next person. And I just wish I saw more of that.
I like that.
That's crazy that you say that. That's why we what I've been trying to do is focus on creating a media outlet for us on this side of the world, because it's like nobody knows about the talent we have.
No.
Well, we do. I mean,
we
the
do.
people
That's
who
why
watch this show
but outside,
put it out. You feel me?
Right.
Outside, that's why we gotta have platforms.
But see, that's why we've been.
Well, here's where it starts at. It starts with shows like us. You know what I mean? It starts with people who have, we don't have the numbers, but we have a platform to where we try to bring, whether it's singers or actors, whatever, you know what I mean? We're trying to give those people this opportunity because we need people to do that. People who have a platform, people who have a podcast, who have a YouTube show, whatever it is, bring people on. Like, you know what I mean? You can't be afraid to have somebody on. Like,
don't be afraid to be outshined on your own show. That's another thing.
I get outshined every week on this show, and I still.
You know what I'm saying? Have people on, man. Let these people do their show, they talent, man. Let them outshine
because
you on
it's
your own
important
show.
that, and I didn't set out to have like it be some local hot spot, but that's what it's kind of become. But it's also great because when we first started, we couldn't buy a guest, we couldn't buy a bucket. We was just 4 boxes at one point, but RIP to that box. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I say that to say this. No, man, it's important that, everybody uses whatever, platform or power they have to try to shine a light on other people.
Lift up your people, man. Lift your people.
Yeah. And I think that's to say too, as well, as like, to the people who are here though, and they're watching and they're not supporting.
Y'all part of the problem too.
Yeah, thank you for watching. But if you're not watching and you're like one of my friends or family members, I don't care. Like, do not call me when I pop off.
Please say it. Please say it. Say that.
No,
please,
because I'm a humble person, I always want to say that, but I'm so glad somebody said that because it'd be crazy.
I ain't gonna say it either, bro.
Because if I say it, it's like, oh man, you just out here panhandling for views and stuff. But it's important that you say that because, and I realize this: people don't want to get on the bus with you.
No.
Until you're getting close to that final destination, then they're running behind the bus like, yeah, I remember, girl, when you was singing and you was in the choir and all that, girl. I told you had a great voice. Now let me borrow $1 million.
Right. Now let me borrow. Once my pockets start to,
once your pockets blow up, you'll find family members you ain't even know you fucking had.
And
cousin George on the fucking.
Right. The family
members. There's always a cousin George, ain't it?
Are not really supportive. Like when you're just you as a person still and you're trying to become this artist and you're striving and you're struggling and you're doing everything you can to make it happen. And let me say this, it is not cheap to become an artist. I am paying for everything left and right.
They just don't know.
I don't engineer. I like to record with someone. Like I have my
say like you say with your chest.
Right. And my music videos, I edit. Thank God I edit. Because I'm saving money there, but I can't shoot everything by myself.
Yeah.
So it's really expensive. So it's like if you weren't, and I'm not saying support me through money, but if you're not supporting me by viewing my music videos,
a like is free. All that shit you saying is free. Everything.
Exactly.
Right. And if you can't do that,
our message may not help you, but it might help somebody else.
Yeah, man, share me. Give me a share, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like,
but
give me a share, subscribe, a follow.
I had a conversation. I seen two people, close people. They were sharing some shit, and I was like, damn. I inboxed him like, damn, man, it'd be nice if you could share the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Just a friendly reminder. We do have a podcast that we own.
Right.
We are, and people always say support black business and shit like that. And we do. That's what we do here. And then I see motherfuckers that won't support these type of platforms. And then when you doing something, you want to come seek me out. Don't come seek me out after.
Hey, brother, you think I can get on and talk about my next Super Bowl commercial?
Right.
I got a pamphlet I'm pushing called the Reynolds Papers. I just want to talk about it.
We support you hawking fish and shit, and then you can't support with one little share.
Right.
But with all that said, I don't need it. I don't want it.
I don't need it.
If I gotta ask you to like or share, don't do it.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to ask you.
And I feel like, but at this point, as an artist in the beginning, you do have to ask people.
Yes, for sure. I'm not saying don't ask.
But after a certain point, if I have to keep on asking, you don't show your genuine support. Please don't ever ask me for any tickets anywhere or anything because you weren't there when there was one or two people just watching.
When my boy Kobe said, you weren't with me shooting in the gym. You was not there. Drake say you wasn't there shooting in the gym.
So, real quickly, I know we got we're up against it here soon, but I want to get your social media handles. But first, I want to play this game with you real quick. It's called Damn, How Old Are You?
Oh shit.
So what happens is you get 4 questions, one from the 80s, one from the 90s, 2000, 2010s. Okay. Multiple choice. Don't feel bad. A lot of people they sucked at this game. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it.
Hey, what's the score? Who's winning right now?
So we've been keeping score of all our guests. 4 being the best, 0 being the worst, and everything in between. I think only one person has gotten them all right. Now
God.
No, I don't think nobody's got them all right. I think the top is 3. 3 answers is the best right now. So
I think that 3 is the one with 2, right?
Nope. Ryan last week. Ryan Lane got 3 by himself last week.
Shit.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah. And then we had 2 people get 3 together. But no pressure.
Okay, no pressure.
You get 4 your tops. So
look up in the corner if you have a question. I'll kind of give you.
So what do I give it's multiple choice, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna read the card, give you all the questions, and then we go from there. You get 1 lifeline. You can use either Chris or Courtney on any question. that you choose. So this is 80s. In 1985, Live Aid concert raised $127 million for what cause? A, AIDS benefit. B, famine relief in Africa. C, Mexican earthquake. Or D, USA for Africa.
I think it's it's either A or B. I want to say, like, I remember seeing this on VH1 or something when I was younger. I think it was B. Is it?
Glad you ain't listening to me and Chris. Glad you ain't listening to me and Chris. We about to
I know about Live Aid. I was.
This is the 90s. What sitcom was Steve Urkel on? A, Family Matters. B,
Her face.
Boy Meets World. Do I really got to finish this? Okay. I was going, you really want me to finish this?
I was like,
hold on, finish it off though, because it could pose as, if it's on there, it could be posed as a trick question too.
Boy Meets World, Family Ties, and Step by Step.
Okay, then those other two, he wasn't on.
He was on Full House though, wasn't
exactly.
he?
Yep.
And Step by Step for a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 2000s. What was the must-have flip phone in the 2000s? A, the Laser. B, the Sidekick. C, the Juke. Or D, the Razor.
D, the Razor.
That motherfucker was highly anticipated.
Because I have one.
You know what I'm saying? I swear to God.
I have
When
one.
I broke my razor, I wanted to cry.
You know what? I just told someone the other day. I was like, I miss when you used to hang up on a flip phone.
Click.
Oh, you know how angry you can get when you flip that motherfucker?
Hey,
Blah.
you know what my favorite phone to hang up with though? Y'all ever had a Nextel? Them Nextels had no.
Oh, the
if you hang up with
Nextel,
Nextel,
yeah.
that thing be like boom! It's not like a nigga shut the door in your face. Yeah, goodbye, motherfucker. It don't nothing say goodbye like
It's
slamming
not
the
the
phone.
same. It's not the
Yeah.
same now.
You can't be like, all right, let me put my phone down.
Goodbye.
You slam your phone on the table and your phone shatter.
Right. And then you
All right. So you got 3. No pressure.
Oh, no pressure.
No pressure. Right now, you will get this one. You're going to be the leader in the house.
You know what I'm saying?
So, who was the first woman to win a Grammy for Album of the Year twice?
Oh, this is a good question right here.
A, Adele. B, Alicia Keys. C, Beyonce. Or D, Tay Swift.
Oh, this is tough.
So it's a Grammy for Album of the Year?
Twice.
Twice.
First woman to win it twice.
I want to say it's Adele.
Final answer?
Yeah. No, it's Taylor Swift, isn't it? Shit. I don't know.
Wait.
What's your final answer?
I give you a chance because there's a lot riding on this, but you being the first one to 4.
Oh, God.
I'm really sad that you guys don't do 50-50.
Okay, I'll do 50-50.
You got a lifeline. You never use
I'll do
a lifeline.
50-50. So it's not Alicia Keys and it's not Beyonce.
Right. And I know that because I remember Adele, when she won, she applauded Beyonce and said that, but I can't remember what it was for. I thought it was for Album of the Year, but I don't know if she won it previously before that. And then Taylor Swift has won like every freaking thing, so why wouldn't it be her? Oh, I'm stressed.
Go with your heart.
Go with your heart.
Yes, go with your heart.
Or your second thought.
Go.
Yeah, I you don't have to hint it because I do think it's Taylor.
Yes.
It is.
Yeah.
You're the first person to get 4 right.
Yeah.
I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
Leave me a hint.
You know what?
I own the show and the game, so I do whatever the hell I want. But no, you were there.
Championship belt and pass that bitch around.
You guys should start doing one like 50-50 or phone a friend, like Who Wants to Be a
You had a lifeline, you just never.
You had a lifeline. You could have used Chris.
Yeah, you had a lifeline.
Yeah, because I was actually sliding her the answer.
You over there cheating. You so the game sounded like.
So before
winking,
please tell the people where they can find you, what you got going on, and how, if they would like to have your wonderful voice grace one of their songs, how they can be a part of that.
Yeah, so I mostly am on Instagram at Jocelyn Cruz. It's JOCELYNCRUZ as in zebra. But that's how you can contact me. I'm open to any type of genres. I feel like I'm all over the place. And I really do enjoy writing and singing and rapping, whatever it may be. I appreciate you guys having me. This was so fun. You guys are awesome.
Don't be a stranger. You know how to get at us.
It's a pleasure having you on.
She's an artist, so I need to ask just one question.
Yes.
Put you on the spot.
Okay.
Who's your favorite songwriter of all time?
I knew it.
Who is my favorite songwriter of all time? That's hard because
that's what everybody says.
It is because I'm a little bit all over the place. Like I really feel like The Dream and Neo and Jonta Austin don't
Jonta Austin. A lot of people don't say nothing about Jonta Austin.
Oh, yeah, he didn't get a lot of. He don't get a lot of burn.
He got a lot of fucking
flowers that he
deserves.
Yeah,
he wrote a lot of fucking songs. Okay, so another question.
I love Esther Dean. She's amazing too.
Yeah. So before you finish that, since we're doing things, I came up with this new thing. It's called On the Spot. So the premise is, and I can't say how I want to say it because of what's going on in the world, but let's say it like this. Somebody walks up to you and they be like, $1 million if you could get this whole verse out with no mess ups. What's the song you would pick that you know a whole verse, front to back, you mess it up, nothing, you just perfectly get it out?
It can be like a singing song. It doesn't have to be a rap.
Any song. Nope.
Any song.
They just walk by, hey, sing a song, rap, whatever. Just give me a whole verse, no mess ups, and I give you $1 million.
Okay, this is gonna be so lame, but probably Spice Girls Wannabe. If you wanna be my lover, you know.
Hey, if it's for $1 million, whatever you know, I'm gonna sing it. It's ABC. I can't fuck up ABC.
If you do the hokey pokey, I'm doing everything. Boy, I'm trying to
you know,
for wheels on the bus go round
Chris,
and round.
Chris, real quick, what would it be for you?
Oh man,
Courtney said hokey pokey for
the hokey pokey. Yeah. The black folks version of Happy Birthday. There it is.
Oh, there you go.
For me, it would be Nelly's verse on Let Me In Now. I know that whole verse.
What a throwback.
I know, but I know that I was a Saint Lunatics fan. I know that whole fucking verse.
God, bro. I want to be.
Yeah, I say I'll be in the car just letting it go. Or be looking at me doing, shit, this motherfucker in the truck. What is he? What is he rapping?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what hip hop song. I feel like something probably Lil Wayne. I was obsessed with Lil Wayne growing up in college, especially.
If I had to go a song, it would be Ed Sheeran, I'm a Mess.
That's my good song.
That boy can, an average man,
I love
sing
him
a song
too. He's great. Yeah.
So again, don't be a stranger. You have a home here. Definitely mean that. I know a lot of people are getting tired of me saying that to every guest, but I mean it. You know what I mean? I like having dope people around. I like having dope people on tell the story. I like seeing the talent. I like people sharing their talent and showcasing that skill, because you never know what kid might be watching. Well, hopefully none are watching this show, but might be watching the Cliff Notes version of it, the PBS version, and hear, how you got started, or hear that people used to tell you couldn't sing, knowing damn well you can, you know what I mean? And they might be able to get over something because they hear, oh, Jocelyn got through it, I know I can get through it. You know what I mean? So I like being able to tell those stories and hearing those stories. Plus, I just like having fun, and this is fun. This is always fun.
You guys are amazing. I'm so glad I got to be here. I'm glad that Blakk introduced me to y'all. It's amazing. But I do want to say two things before I go.
Say whatever you want.
You guys, all the viewers can check me out on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube under Jock Laudiosa. And then the other thing is, I know you're doing a giveaway, and I have to save this to cover my butt, but I work for Paramount Pictures, and I had nothing to do with this giveaway. Out loud.
He said, boy, I don't got nothing.
It just serendipitous how that happened.
Serendipitous, boy, that's crazy.
That's crazy. I did not, and I actually did not know that. Our person who does our giveaways, is the movie for this week. Next week it's Scream, so I don't control.
Oh, Scream's great. That's Paramount too. There we go.
Well, next week we'll be giving away Scream.
This the stars and all this other stuff.
It's all very serendipitous, but no, I do appreciate you answering my weird DM out of nowhere from a strange.
I loved it. You weren't
hoodie figure. I know. I try not to be because
you weren't.
I don't want women to feel unsafe. That's my biggest thing about doing this. There's a whack way to approach women.
I feel unsafe.
Well, I mean, it's not the logo so much as the words, because I've seen some dudes approach women to try to get them on shows, and it's just real unsavory, you know what I mean? And I don't want to approach nobody like that because, like I said, it's a safe space. I want everybody to come on here and have fun and not feel like, you're, being used or a piece of meat or anything like that. I just, it's a way to approach people, and you have to be careful, especially as a man approaching women, because nowadays, you have so many different weird motherfuckers out here. To put
it just made it bad for us, boy. If you just a normal dude,
because you
can't walk
just
such a soft line.
First of all, I stay away from the DM and shit.
I try not to, but it's the most easiest way to get a hold of someone. But it's the approach that you have to be mindful of.
Right.
I felt like
it's all in the
my thing is when I came to her, I was like, hey, friend of G Black, I loved your song, love you on the voice. You know what I mean? And that's how, because it was real. Because I'm not trying to be like, hey,
creepy.
I like you. I want you.
Hell, I seen a DM from a guy who was she was DM this female artist, like drawing artist. And he's like, where can I get your store at, or where can I get your stuff from your store at, and everything else, and when can I take you on a date?
Oh,
dude.
Yes.
Like, nigga, what the fuck?
And that's the thing about, if people are watching this and they want to DM me, I'm only interested in making music. I am not interested in going on dates with you. And I don't want to sound harsh, but I'm
you got to do that. Protect your neck, protect yourself at all times. You know what I mean? Like, because it gets weird because you have, especially I don't know. But you hear these stories about in the music industry where this producer is like, hey, I can make you famous. And it's like, he pulls out his shit right on the motherfucking keyboard, like, hey, I don't mean to sound like that, Courtney, but that shit is, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, come on in. I got this song for you. I think you'll like it. And just like, boop, they on the keyboard.
Yeah, no. You said, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Like, your shit hit the keys, bro. What the fuck is going on? Like, this ain't what I signed up for. But
real quick, I got a weird DM the other day too from this girl. So girls do it too. It's all the same. She's like, she hit me up. She said, you know what I'm saying, my daughter's sick. And then she said, have you heard about these SBA loans? If y'all fucking scammers, don't stay the fuck out of my inbox.
Oh yeah, I'm so tired of scammers.
Like, goddamn.
But we do appreciate you for coming. Like I said, you have a home here anytime that you want to drop something, new project or push a movie, whatever it is, let me know. I will make time, find the time to get you on here.
And she did not have anything to do with the giveaway.
Did nothing. This is
and I do have new music coming out at the end of April, so I'll definitely make sure you guys
let me know. I will definitely run it, definitely promote it. I might not have the greatest following or the greatest.
I don't care. I just appreciate that you guys have been.
But we will support.
We will be running that G-Black on Smoking Reviews too. I just got in touch with him too.
Yeah. You have all our love and support. We wish you nothing but the best. We definitely want to have you back on anytime you want, as many times as you want. Whatever platform it is. We do have other platforms, so we definitely have enough fan base here to really help out in any way we can. I do mean that, but I do appreciate you coming on. I got to give you this. Definitely keep us in the loop. Like I said, we appreciate you having on. Love the song, love your talent. The YouTube page, make sure you tell people about that.
Yes, you can just search Jock Ladiosa on YouTube and it will come up. I do have a couple videos on there with 3 of my singles that have came out, or 4. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate anyone watching, and I can't wait to come back and talk to you guys. Keep in touch with me.
Oh, definitely. For sure. again.
Just so.
If you springboard after this, just keep us in mind that we had nothing to do with it because it was all your talent.
I got you.
No. I think you missed. It was all you. It had nothing to do with us. It's all your talent.
I know, but I'm saying I would never be a stranger after that.
Oh yeah, no, don't. Please don't.
Please don't.
I told you, even if you do, we gonna run this shit 1,000.
We're just gonna run it back. If she's not returning our calls, play that video again. I need more pictures of Jocelyn and Spider-Man.
All right, y'all. Take care.
All right. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming.
Bye.
Appreciate you having you. So, before we get to our next guest, Detroit native, podcast host.
Detroit in the business.
Yeah. Michigan native. Because I need water and we got some bills to pay. If you're still watching right now, you can, if your hashtag is the singer, hashtag singer, get a chance to win this wonderful, beautiful movie here. Gasoline Alley. But before, yeah, he do. But before we get to that, real quick, I got a commercial to play because we got bills to pay.
Running low on energy, long days and even longer nights. Tired of all the other energy drinks and bars promise you a lot and never delivering? Need to make it through work, but want a product that can keep up with your busy lifestyle? Want no longer? Try Chef's Chocolate Salty Balls. The balls that are so smooth and with a load of nutrients and vitamins to really get you up and bouncing off the walls. Made with all natural ingredients and healthy junk to satisfy even the pickiest eater. Chef's Chocolate Salty Balls are sold everywhere where you buy your junk. And now, for those who want that extra kick in the butt, comes Chef's Heavy Duty Chocolate Salty Balls with 120% more caffeine than the leading brand. Disclaimer, this product has not been approved by the FDA or World Health Association. Warning, this product is not intended for consumption by children, elderly people, or women who are pregnant or may become pregnant. You might even get pregnant.
Oh no, wait.
It's always Deacon. It's always the Scandinavian boys and Deacon Brown at the end.
That Deacon Brown be fucking it up at the end, boy.
Yeah, he's trying to get. He's like, I'm gonna get me some of that young tail.
And it was right after church service, boy.
You feel me?
All right,
they got chicken downstairs, Deacon.
Coming from the green room, host of the Noize Report.
Okay.
The Ish List, the music god. This man has done a lot in music and you don't even know yet, but you're about to find out. Let's get him in here, man. CJ, what's going on?
What's going on, CJ? What up?
Yes, sir. So, please tell the people, you know, what you got going on, because you've done a lot, you know.
First off, over here eating them wild berry Skittles.
Product placement, people. We don't even know.
Right. No, it's the same old, man. Just music is kind of what it is. Teaching myself this video thing. I dropped my first reaction video review today for the G Black thing, and slow going. My brain doesn't connect on the same level with the video thing as it does with the audio. I've been doing audio for so long that it's kind of second nature. So this tedious process of having to cut like minute pieces out of video and make it look good is like overwhelming to me. But
give you a little OCD.
Yeah, like, we'll get there. You know, I wanted to do the reaction thing mainly, man, because I love reaction videos, but they can get. It's like everybody jumps on the bandwagon. You know, like Tom McDonald drops a new video, and then there's like 7,000 reactions to that video. But there's no one reacting to stuff that needs to be put out there. Stuff that people are completely ignoring or missing the boat on. And I kind of want to be that guy. Like, it's easy to do reaction videos just for pure numbers. But if you're regurgitating the same old shit, then, you know, you're not bringing anything new to the table. Right. I want to bring people like G to the table. I want to bring people like Nems, people like Fat Father, people like Aztec the Barfly, people like that are every bit as good as what they're promoting, and to me, even better. You know, the Detroit thing is really important to me. I know we talked about this when I had DC on there, and I think even with you. When you talk about Detroit hip hop, automatically everybody's like Eminem.
Well, we're gonna say that because both of you guys, Courtney's from Detroit too.
From Detroit as well.
All right.
Yes, sir.
So he'll understand this when I say this.
More than both of us.
Please.
It is easy just to automatically say Eminem. But I'm not taking anything away from him, and I'm going to catch hate.
Please say this. Please say it. Please say it. I've said it over and over.
But I'm going to say this. People who say Eminem is the greatest of all time, M's not even the greatest in Detroit.
Please.
Like,
I believe you, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
I will say 3 names out of Detroit that I think straight up.
I'm ready to hear him.
I think would roast M. One, M works with all the time. The greatest rapper out of Detroit is Royce.
Yes.
Period. Okay. You take every
put that one on the table.
Yes, I'm saying. You take every
greatest rapper in Detroit.
Yeah. You take every great M song. Caterpillar, for example. Royce is involved somehow, whether it's Slaughterhouse, whether it's Good Meets Evil, Bad Meets Evil, whatever that was.
Bad Meets Evil, yeah.
All of M's best bars, Royce is involved in somehow. Okay. Another name that you don't hear it nearly enough is Fat Father. If you don't know who Fat Father is, Ruben is an absolute fucking monster. This dude will drop bars upon bars in a way that is so cerebral, you don't even catch it on the first thing. He's got a new song. It's off his newest CD is called Soccer Dad. And in the video, he rolls up in a minivan, sitting in the behind the driver's seat, rolls up, flips the door open, drops 2 minutes worth of bars, closes the door, and just drives off. You know, and it's just like the most insane shit. Like he pulls up in a soccer van basically and just drops heat. Another name out of Detroit that people have slept on for way too long. This white dude named Chief. Chief dropped a tune a while back called City Boy, and Chief has just continually did these songs that are so underrated that when you listen to them, there's a skill set in what Chief does that is untouched. But you could go on all day. I mean, whether it's Ty Ferris.
You got Big Hurt. You got so many people.
Yeah, whether it's Ty Ferris, whether it's Sada, whether it's Ms. Corona, who was in the 8 Mile movie. She's a female chick. I know, by the food truck, dropping bars. Yeah. Apollo Brown. I've said this name a million times. If you don't know the name Apollo Brown, you know, Detroit
culture is deeper than the Motown.
Yeah, like
the hip hop scene is crazy. The hip hop scene is really, really crazy.
And it don't matter what kind of hip hop you like. You want trap music? You got Tone. You got Sada Baby. You got those dudes. You over here. You got Fat Father and Aztec the Barfly, the Foul Mouth guys that are doing the boom bap.
You want the battle rap? You want the battle rap? You got Marvelous One. You got Quest. You got those type of dudes.
Yeah, Quest and Marv One
are two of the hardest battle rappers that I've ever seen. They're the first 2 people I ever seen do a 2-on-2 battle. They did it at Belle Isle Park. This battle was so fucking classic. It was on fucking Comcast. You can search it on the Comcast on demand clicker thing. They were fucking legit. Like it's a lot of rappers. I say that all the time. Detroit rap don't get the spotlight because of Motown. When people think about Motown, they think about cars and the actual Motown movement. They don't think about the rappers, and I think that is a big part of it. You talk about Blade Icewood, just on that the culture that he created, and it's still infectious on the Detroit brand today. And the trap music that they create. And it's funny because that you say this, because I say this all the time. I say Detroit music is slept on because it's so raw. It's so raw. People don't understand the culture. If you have to live there to understand it. It's such a raw thing, and they're so talented. Beyond it, man, it's great to see them blow up now. Everybody blowing up at the same time, and it's a great thing to see. I don't think they get the flowers they deserve too on that side of it. Being able to do it together as a collective. There's a lot of them doing it together. There's a lot of them. They set it up in the music industry. I'm happy. I love that spotlight they getting in the rap side, because like I said, I've been a part of it since Big Hurt, Jay Nutty, those type of dudes, just rapping consistently, putting out. And when people say Eminem, it throws me because I be like, man, that's
Look,
tough.
I give them credit. I give them credit. M is M. You can't take that away. But you have to temper that. You can't, it's like saying Master P is all of what New Orleans offers for hip hop.
Right.
It's like saying Scarface is all that Houston offers.
Right.
It's not. It's deeper than that. And now you have, even speaking of Houston and the Detroit connection, Trade the Truth just dropped a brand new record that is all Detroit dudes, Michigan dudes. It's called, I can't even remember the exact name of it. It's called the Michigan edition, essentially. And it's all these Michigan cats just dropping heat over these Trey style Houston beats, man. And
they say we sound like the dudes in the Bay too. So I love to hear Detroit and dudes in the Bay connect as well, because Cookie Money and anybody out there, when they connect with those dudes, it don't sound as. I'm trying to tell you, bro. It's a whole thing.
Trick. If you know anything about Detroit, you know the name Trick. Trick is the general.
You better check in.
Exactly. If you come
to Detroit,
that's the first name you better call. If you think I'm bullshitting, ask Rick Ross about it. Rick found out the hard way. They surrounded his damn tour bus.
What they say? What dude get on the stage? He said Rick said he will never come to Detroit again.
Yeah, they surrounded Rick's tour bus. Rick had to call the state police to get out of Detroit.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
But Trick is a badass rapper in his own right, and if you listen to Trick's music, you'd swear Dre produced that shit. Now he's never been on the West Coast, but his shit is very West Coast style. It's that Snoop. Like, Trick is our version of Snoop, essentially. And he's damn good. I put Trick up against anybody, really, truthfully, because Trick is
good.
You hear about Trick being the gangster and everything else, but don't get that shit mistaken. Trick can go into a booth and
he can rap.
Drop bombs on your head, too.
He can rap. He can rap. Let me ask you, who's your favorite producer from Detroit?
Apollo. Hands down.
I like Helluva. I love Helluva. I love what Hell Kitchen do over there. I love what Hell Kitchen do. And just to hear him blow up on a major level, I love to see that happen for him. I like Apollo too, though.
Yeah. Foul Mouth is another one. I love Foul Mouth.
I like JP.
Bang Belushi.
Bang Belushi. I like all those guys.
Bang is getting into his own thing now.
I'm happy to see these people shine, man. It's been a long grind. My uncle is a big DJ out there. He do the cabaret scene, and just to see some of the people that he came up with, or some of the people that I see him promote, come up in the ranks as well. Is it was tough. It wasn't a lot of rappers. It's not a lot that really have popped off, and see all these guys popping at the same time. It kind of gives a light to the older guys that were rapping before that. The Tone, those type of dudes, Stretch Money, all those cats. So it kind of Stretch is amazing. You know what I'm saying? I put Stretch against anybody too. Stretch is amazing. And just the run, the run that they had in the city, how they took over the radio stations and how it was just a lot of Detroit music popping at the same time. So to see the spotlight being shined on Detroit, it's a great thing to see.
And I got to go a little north too. I got to give Flint love. John Connor.
John Connor.
Yeah.
John is hands down one of the best in hip hop.
Yep. Yep.
And he's one of the nicest guys. Like, if you've never had him on the show, you need to have John on here. Knowledgeable. Just a brilliant dude. He's got a new cat with him called Ace Cabana. And Ace is going to be huge. Like, Ace is kind of he's that perfect blend of like what John does and what kind of like what Murray is doing. So it's got that very authentic feel. But you know, you can't touch Connor, man. And Connor, he's out here, you know, he's working with 80 Empire, he's working with Locksmith, he's working with Diabolic and Apathy, you know, he's out here with Immortal Technique and all these cats that he's just doing his thing, man. So
yeah, man, it's a great thing to see too.
Yeah. So anywho, not to go off on tangents, but
no, because that's what you're here for.
It ain't our show, it's y'all show. I just press buttons, man, and just go, let it go where it go. Nah, man, I like the because Courtney's our resident hip hop head. You know, I'm too old for hip hop.
I mean, I listen to everything, dude. I got 1.5 million songs in my thing. I listen to thrash metal, I listen to reggae, I listen to blues, country, Americana. I've got glam rock, like watching the Peacemaker series.
Hey, is glam rock what bro put us on last time?
No, that was Yacht Rock. That was Yacht Rock.
Yacht Rock. You know what I'm saying?
No, glam rock is like, if you've seen the Peacemaker,
D. Snyder,
Twisted
Sisters,
all the songs that they're using,
glam hair metal bands.
Okay.
That's all the glam rock stuff. That's the Wigwam and the Dust Bowl Jokies and Cinderella and all of those bands. James Gunn is a huge fan of hard rock and metal, and nobody knew this. And then
they know it now.
Yeah,
they know it now.
You know, here's a hilarious thing. Wigwam, the band that is in the opening credits, the one that they're dancing to.
Yeah,
this band has been around for 20 plus years, and us fans have known about the band forever, but because of COVID and everything, it had gone down to where their label, not their label, but their PR company had dropped the band because they weren't selling enough records and all of that. Well, unbeknownst to the PR company, James Gunn come and put them in these credits, and now they are one of the most popular bands in the world. And the PR company lost out on a massive chunk of
like they're actually, I think they're like getting ready to go on tour and everything now.
Yeah. Well, they were going to do that all along. But what it did is what would have been a simple European tour is now going to bring them to the United States and all over the world, to places they would have never gone before, because they didn't have the visibility that gave them.
That belief system failed.
Yeah. And this is why I will tell any artist, you cannot ever underestimate what being in a movie or a TV show will do for your music. Even if it doesn't seem like a big one, even if you start with small, independent things, it only takes one to blow up or to put it in front of the right producer. And then you go from there.
That's all it took.
Entire careers have been made off of this very thing. John Parr, if you want to go all the way back to the 80s, was toiling away for 9 years and 2 records before John Hughes come along and said, I like this song. I'm going to put it in a movie. I want you to write a theme song for it. He wrote St. Elmo's Fire. Now, 35 years later, John Parr is living off the royalties of St. Elmo's Fire. Huey Lewis and the News is a huge international massive band. But what do you know Huey Lewis for?
Back to the Future.
Power of Love. Or Hip to Be Square.
Yep.
Yeah, Hip to Be Square was that.
Both movies, songs. You cannot ever underestimate what radio is cool. Don't get me wrong. But movies, videos, that kind of shit, that kind of placement could just take you 10 levels
never seen
in an instant. So always push for that benchmark if you have the ability.
So not only are you a music encyclopedia, but you also host 2 podcast shows.
Yeah.
So the Noize Report, which me and Chris have been a part of, is a shameless plug. If y'all haven't heard them episodes, really go back and
check those out.
Listen to them.
They're there.
And the ish list, man, that's what I wanted to get to, because it's explain it to the people. I don't think I can do it justice.
The ish list started as kind of a joke, truthfully. Me and some buddies were sitting around one night and we were talking ish, basically, and we were discussing the top 10 all-time horror films. And being the movie geek that I am, as well as a music geek, my one buddy, not much into horror, Jason, Freddy,
the usual
Chucky, the usual stuff. And I was like, well, come on, man, you're missing some of the greatest horror things of all time. And they did all their lists. And I said, okay, now you've all got a great list of horror characters, but you're missing, to me, what is the scariest, freakiest fucking horror character of all time. If you ever had a chance as a kid, when the original Salem's Lot come out,
God.
Okay, look, you can take Lost Boys, all the sparkly vampires, all of those vampires. That's all cool. The originals, all of them. But there has never been a vampire that is outright as scary and nasty looking as what Mr. Barlow was. Okay. To this day, that scared me so bad at 10 years old, I wouldn't go out in the dark. I come from Irish and Viking blood. I am absolutely fearless. I wasn't going outside. After that, nope. Old man sent me to the barn. Go get my hammer. Nope. Why? Vampires to get me. There's no such thing as vampires. Well, we're not taking any chances, are we?
I'm not gonna be the one to dispel that myth.
Yeah, right. Like, to this day, I will put Mr. Barlow as a horror character against any that has ever been created.
Yeah.
And if
I ain't gonna
go ahead.
I was gonna say, I ain't gonna lie. I know the Blair Witch Project was fake as fuck, but at the time where it came out, I used to sleep in the basement, so that shit freaked the fuck out of me. You watch that bitch in the dark too, at fucking 10 o'clock at night, right before bed. You know what I mean? Right when it was, so I was like, why the fuck did I just watch this? And I gotta go downstairs to go to sleep. And we had one of them old ass furnaces that would just fucking turn on and make noises and shit. Sounds like it was talking to you. Get out. I was like, oh shit, yep, not sleeping down here. Everybody on, you know what I'm saying, the first and second floor. I'm the only motherfucker in the basement.
I'm dead. That's what I was doing on this, man. I'm dying tonight.
I'm laying out there with the light on in the bathroom, the laundry room.
You got the washing machine
running and shit.
Top open and shit.
Oh, my best friend, he knows, or he knew for years that because of this movie, I had terrible fear of not the dark, but like pitch darkness.
Oh yeah. That shit.
When I turned 16 or 15, we moved way out into the country on this farm.
Hell no.
And this farm had these massive willow trees, and there was like 20 of these things on the property. So at nighttime, everything outside of this house, it was like pitch black. I could stand on the front porch. My dad would park his semi truck in the driveway 15 foot away, and you couldn't see his semi from the porch. It was just that. It would swallow light.
Oh, hell no.
No. That's the
we heated
stuff
the house.
Your mind plays tricks on you.
Yeah, well, we heated the house with wood stove, which set kind of kitty corner in the dining room, and it had this massive window next to it. This window was about 9 foot long and about 7 foot tall. On the outside of that window, there was a row of trees next to a field. So it was just pitch black. They were coming over one night, and I was there alone. I was putting wood in the stove, and I heard this noise outside the window, so I kind of looked, and I didn't see anything. So I turned around to walk away, and I heard it again. So I turned around to look at the window, and I walked up to the window, and I'm looking like this in the window, and it's so dark, I kind of go like this on the window. My buddy came straight up in front of me on the other side of the window and hit it with his hand.
Oh, I would have shot through that window, man.
Fell over the pile of wood that was on the floor and damn near pissed my pants. I couldn't catch my breath. And to this day, they don't let me live that down. Yeah. You hear the fur just scared the shit out of you. He literally damn near scared the shit out of me. Like it was.
He lucky I ain't no gun. I would have put
yeah,
like
that's the stuff that gets you shot, bro.
Yeah,
that's the shit that gets you shot.
His mama would have been wearing
I was so freaked out by it that for years
I had to move, bro. I had to put a big ass sheet on that window and move.
I was big ass for
that's
side
the
of
most
the yard.
scared I've ever been.
Right.
I walked all over the north side of Flint as the only white dude on the north side of Flint. Never scared.
Are you dangerous as hell? You this nigga lives like wow.
These other two know. When I got put into foster care, they put me in a foster home on the north side of Flint. This foster home was literally 200 yards down the street from Flint Northwestern High School. Now I was told I could go to Flint Beach or I could go to Flint Northwestern. Either way, I was going to be the only white kid in those schools. Mm-hmm. So I told him, give me a couple days to decide. So I literally walked out the distance from each and then said, I'll go to Flint Northwestern. And they're like, why'd you choose Flint Northwestern? Because it's closer to run to the house than Flint Beach was. Well, why do you got to run? I'm the only white kid. I won't get my ass kicked. I knew I would. So this is a lot closer to run than what the other one was. I was lucky. I made friends with Ira Dorsey, who part of the Dayton family. And that kind of took care of that problem. I was one of Ira's boys. So nobody fucked with me because, you know, I was the cat that was always kind of hanging out with the Dayton family. So I got lucky with that, but I was never scared over there the way I was living on that damn farm.
This is crazy.
Yeah. Like, what was that movie that Pio did? Get Out, I think it was.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's the type of, you know,
but
like that's the type of comparison. Like,
I think, you know, historically, black people don't fuck with no farms anyway. I wouldn't even take the opportunity to go.
It's a lot of shit that we just don't fuck with.
Yeah, we just don't fuck with farms.
Like pitch black, like you mean no absent of lights?
Yeah,
pitch black. The true definition of pitch black is the absence of light. The absence of anything, including light, means there is nothing.
You know,
Yeah.
stuff like
walk-
camping, you know,
staying
camping.
No. There's no stars. This is pitch black. We talking about hand in front of eye. I can't see my own shit.
No.
Black.
I'm saying stuff we don't mess with. Pitch black. Going to cabins in the woods.
Yeah, we're talking so dark that I could stand on the front porch of the house, and my dad had a Peterbilt semi,
which is a big ass truck,
parked in the driveway about 15 to 20 foot from the porch, and you could not see it. It was just blackness.
Nope.
The trees,
darkness, motherfucker.
Right.
Nope.
Right. You know.
No, because
and then he would go out to the barn and get my hammer.
Hell no.
I wouldn't go out to the barn before the fucking
right. I wasn't going out there in the daytime, Pop.
Yeah, like
you get that first thing in the morning.
Pop, you need to get everything before 7:30 because whatever you don't have in this house.
Hey, I'm telling anybody, you want me to do something, it's gonna have to be before the lights go out. Cause once this motherfucker shut down, I'm boarding up windows and everything at night.
Oh God, and see, black people, we get privacy lights outside.
Yeah.
Detected shit.
You know
I'm getting
those stadium lights that you get at the baseball park.
Floodlights.
You get it with here.
I don't like turning the full lights out in my house sometimes. I'll be like, you know what? I don't want it too black because you trip over something, you forget something that. But it's too many movies where a motherfucker be like pitch black and the motherfucker behind you breathing and shit on your neck because he can see in the dark and you can't. That's my biggest fear. That shit right there is a motherfucker behind me.
Pitch black.
When the movie Pitch Black came out with Vin Diesel.
That shit.
That was. I laughed at that movie. Not that it wasn't scary or cerebral, but it made me think of living on that farm because that's the kind of shit it was. It was just like you know somebody could have been standing behind you in that fucking yard and you'd never know.
You wouldn't even know.
You know what I'm saying?
And I'll tell you another story which made it even worse. We didn't know this house had a basement on it.
Oh, what?
Oh, hell no.
We didn't know it had a basement on it.
Nope.
Because there wasn't a door to the basement inside the house.
I gotta say, this
cellar things.
It had the storm doors outside.
Hell no.
With the storm doors were covered by brush. So when we cleaned it away and we found it, we're like, oh, there's a basement. We're gonna go down there. And we go down into the basement, and it's this massive basement. It's beautiful down there. There's all kinds of shelves. The guy that owned the house that we bought it from, he was this little Okinawa. He was a doctor from Okinawa. And there was all this stuff that they left in the basement. So my dad called him and said, do you want this stuff? And he goes, no, you can have it. So I turned the basement basically into a game room. And
were there lights?
Huh? Oh yeah.
What?
It was really nice basement. It just
because some of them, some of them storm door barn basements be just like
it was a weird
walls
thing.
and
This
shit.
wasn't a Michigan basement per se.
Okay.
This was actually cinder block, and it was nice. It just they had never built the stairs coming from the inside upstairs. So we, we're cleaning it out, and I'm moving things around. And I move this big shelf, and we discover there's this room in the back that is kind of blocked by this big shelf.
Lord.
And I'm immediately just taken aback, like, okay, there's a fucking secret room in the basement.
That's where the bodies are.
Yeah. My first thought is, okay.
Or that, or the little Chinese girl.
There's going to be like a goat head on the wall.
Human centipede shit.
We move all this shit and go into the room. He had set up a small temple in there. He had all kinds of martial arts shit in there. There were swords, throwing stars, statues. It was like a little Shaolin prayer room, basically, is what it was. And it was the coolest shit. And I was like, I told Dad, I said, you sure he doesn't want this? This is valuable stuff,
Yeah, swords
and
ninja stars?
He didn't want it. And to this day, I have
a lot of that stuff.
Like
shit. Now it would have been cool to been outside in that pitch black. I had a sword on my waist.
Try me.
Yeah,
You hear the pitch black just whoo. All you hear is whoo.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I've still got a lot of it. If you give me a minute, my son's gonna bring me. Hurry up, bring it here. Yeah, so I've actually still got one of the.
Yeah, he was out there whooping Sasquatch ass.
Yeah, it actually got broke. My little one broke.
I was about to say he beat the shit out of Sasquatch with that one.
He beat the shit out of practice. That was a practice sword.
This is one of somebody walking around with a big ass welt right across the forehead.
And I've literally had this for 35 years. This is one
with
of
that bamboo. That's like a bamboo stick. He got that straight.
It's made out of bamboo, but it's a fighting sword. It's a practice.
Yeah.
And I don't know how old it is, but this thing has traveled with me for.
I would have beat the shit out of
35 years
with that one.
And it's like I said, it's kind of broke right there because I let little one practice on some bricks with it, and he cracked it.
Yeah,
that's the spirit. The ninja spirit was released on that day.
But anyways, back to the ace list. Totally off track.
Oh yeah. It happens. Don't worry about it.
It's essentially top 10 lists of really funny, crazy, random stuff, and we are actually going to expand it now. I made the announcement recently. We're going to start getting into some bracket style things. I found a couple cool things online where I can essentially put a whole bunch of random names into a wheel thing and randomly generate brackets with it. And we're going to start counting down really crazy brackets. And I've got a couple of them made so far. But the very first one I did was the best hip hop groups of all time. And I haven't found anyone to do that one with yet, but got all the names on it. And
I know somebody. Somebody.
So I actually have it's funny that you talk about your show because I was already just thinking. I actually have a top 10 show as well.
Okay.
It's called Smoking Reviews.
Okay. Look at the networking happen.
We do
smoking reviews.
We do top 10 lists as well. We do all time lists. So
that's what mine are basically.
We done top 10 songwriters. We done a bunch of top 10s. But actually, I would like to have you on.
All right.
And I want to pick my topic today. I don't know when you got some free time. When you come on, we're gonna do top 10 Detroit rappers all time. So when you come on, it'll be our topic. Whenever you get some free time, we do it on Monday nights. At 8:00 we do it live here at StreamYard Studios. Yes, sir.
Pretty much. I don't know. We got no real name for it.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna call it StreamYard Studios. You know what I'm saying? And
the Black Legacy Black Line.
Black Legacy Black Line. So yeah, whenever you get some free time, man, just I'll give you my contact information. We'll do it together. We can bring the ish list.
Welcome to the
Smoking
StreamYard Studios.
Yeah,
with
basically, like right now, so far on the show, we've covered the top 10 movies you can watch and never get sick of. Top 10 comedians of all time.
We did comedians.
Top 10 all-time best rappers.
We did best rappers. Yeah.
Top 10 best horror/slasher films of all time. Top 10 worst things about the holidays. The top 10 best TV theme songs of all time.
Thank you for being a friend. Down the road.
I think I was number 2 on my list.
Oh, that's number 1. That is the greatest. I don't give with nobody.
Hell no.
What song is better than the Golden Girls?
Bro. It ain't fucking with that Fresh Prince, bro.
Man, fuck the Fresh Prince.
This is strictly a music god choice. But to me, because it's so near and dear to my heart, because of the fact my dad is a truck driver for 52 years, he drove a truck exactly like the thing. My son's nickname is Monkey. My dad's nickname for me was Bear. BJ and the Bear was Hey there, where you going, mighty, where you where? You know, to me, that's always been like, and going. We said, you know, name a song that you can sing. That's one of two songs that I know all the lyrics to, without ever having. I have a traumatic brain injury, so I have a hard time remembering lyrics word for word. But that and Devil Went Down to Georgia, for some reason, are the only two songs that I can.
That song, it does something. The Devil Went Down to Georgia. It's.
And then the one where he was talking about playing the fiddle against. Okay,
Yep. It's the dueling fiddle part of it.
Look.
No. Fresh Prince is good. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Fresh Prince is one. But there's got
so many great ones.
I think Martin is good, but it ain't Golden Girls.
It ain't classic. Nah, it ain't classic.
Golden Girls is the fucking classic.
So you got 227. You got Jeffersons. You got Good Times.
Only theme song I hate hearing coming on when my grandma was around was the fucking In the Heat of the Night.
Oh, that was my shit. Heat of the Night was my shit. They called me Mr. Tibbs.
The other ones we had. Welcome Back, Kotter was the one we had.
Welcome Back, Kotter was good too.
WKRP in Cincinnati.
That was an underrated show.
Yeah.
Night Court was pretty good.
Night Court
is good.
I'm trying to think of some of the other ones that.
I know all these because my grandfather used to watch all this shit. Like all these, like, you know what I'm saying, Night Court, fucking In the Heat of the Night, fucking, and then, you know, I grew up in that era where Welcome Back Kotter was on. You know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying. You had a young John Travolta on that show.
Yeah. But I mean, there's really some, you know, amazing, great, classic TV show theme songs over the years.
Amen was good.
But we got into that one. We got into top 10 TV villains of all time. And of course, you know,
I need to use that one.
Do what?
I need to use that one right there.
Yeah. I'll send my list over. You can feel free to use it, man. Top 10 TV villains of all time. There's been some great TV villains.
Yeah, there has been, man.
I know who
Bottom
my
line,
is off that.
Boyd Crowder from Justified.
Okay, yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
I was gonna go.
I was gonna say Ice-T's character on New York Undercover.
Ah, hell, I got one better.
Because he kept popping up.
What's dude from The Wire name? He was a dog ass.
Omar.
Omar.
Yeah.
Nope, I got one better, man. I got one
better.
You got one better
than Omar?
I love Omar, though. Omar was on my list. Omar was on my list.
Hey, man. Leave Wendy alone. She having a bad month.
She having a bad year. She having a bad life.
I can't believe they done fucked Wendy up. Wendy ain't got no show no more. And she done got canceled and replaced by Sherry Shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather be
and they froze her bank account.
Damn.
Yeah.
I ain't hear that part. That's fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
That's a Tuesday.
Like, to me, I love Walton Goggins as an actor. Like, nothing that dude ever does.
He always is.
Yeah.
It's always, every time you see him, it's like he is not a good guy. You just know
whether it's Hateful Eight, whether it's Righteous Gemstones, whether it's Justified, whether it's
fucking. He was on Ant-Man too.
Yeah,
he was on what?
Yeah. Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. He was in not The Wire, but the other show that was Baltimore Cops.
What was the Shield? What was
the Shield?
The Shield.
Yeah, he was in the Shield. Yeah. Everything he does is just he plays the shit out of that role. But Boyd was just a completely different kind of character. The lines that he had, you know, the way he acted, I mean, it was this perfect blend of you're supposed to hate the dude, but you had to be impressed by him because he was so fucking cold-hearted and smooth, you know, to the point where this was a character that was only supposed to be in one episode. And he was so overpowering, he ended up being the main villain. You know, like,
oh yeah,
You know,
what happened to Steve Urkel.
Yeah,
happened with Spike and Buffy.
When they have written you to die in the first pilot episode, but you're so strong, you end up 6 seasons later. You end up being
staying on show. That's Spike from Buffy was the same way. He was not supposed to be. He wasn't even supposed to be the big bad. He was supposed to not last as long as he did.
We did best top 10 singers of all time, and then the newest one is the top 10 best all-time wrestling angles. But I've got so many lists, man. We have wrestling ones, sports ones. We have random ones, you know.
I think the best wrestling angle was Mark Henry and what's old girl having that baby.
No, dude, that would have been one of the worst. Jesus Christ.
They rolled that one
They
out.
rolled that motherfucker out. They saw that through. This motherfucker had a baby for a hand. Like she gave birth to a fucking hand.
Oh my god, that's the Attitude Era was something else, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I've been a wrestling fan my whole life, so I love the absurdity of it, but I also love. There's always been in every era. There's always those one or two characters or people who are so far above the benchmark that they become an entity unto themselves.
The Rock, Stone Cold.
The Rock and Stone Cold from the Attitude Era were the two that.
Which is crazy because they was trying to push Triple H. Triple H and Shawn Michaels was supposed to be that.
Right.
But The Rock on the mic.
Not to that level.
Yeah, but The Rock on the mic and Stone Cold just raising all kind of hell. It was just a character. It was just two characters that it was kind of like there's them being themselves. You know what I mean? Because when Stone Cold started, he was the fucking ringmaster. And then
he was in WCW, part of the Hollywood
Blonde. The Blonde, Atomic Blonde. No, what was it? Not the Atomic Blondes. It was,
but if you go back before that, you can go back to the 80s. There was a dude named Magnum TA. And Magnum TA he had a program with a dude named Nikita Koloff. Yeah, and Nikita was part of the Russians. This was during a time when the Russians were still Cold War, the big bad guys. But Nikita was one of the only wrestlers who truly terrified me. He was so convincing as the bad guy. The growl, the way he moved, his finishing move with that Russian sickle. He had legendary matches with Magnum TA. And then Magnum ended up getting into a motorcycle accident and it ended his career. But if you go back and look at Magnum and what he was doing at that time, everybody from Stone Cold all the way up to James Storm, now to Adam Page, are all direct derivatives of the character that Magnum played. The sort of beard, mustache, the leather and jean, the cowboy type, the biker. I mean, go back and look at Magnum TA, and you will see how many wrestlers Magnum influenced down the line. Magnum would have been bigger than life had he not gotten that motorcycle accident when he did. And even before it, watch the matches between Magnum and Nikita Koloff. They were legendary. I mean, long before Mick Foley and those guys were pulling hardcore type of matches, Nikita and Magnum, they were trying to kill each other. Like, those two beat welts onto each other.
Sound like the ECW days, man.
Yeah. Now Nikita
before ECW got
North Carolina now. You know, he has a Christian wrestling promotion. But you know, he's still, even at 62 years old, Nikita is a very imposing, big. He was the original Bill Goldberg.
Okay.
Imagine Bill Goldberg as a big, nasty ass Cold War Russian. That's what Nikita Koloff was. And you know, I love that era, but even going forward, I love AEW. What AEW is doing, what Tony Khan is doing. You know, I love that there is more than one promotion again. That it's not just
it's getting there. It's slowly coming back.
Honor, Impact, you got some, but they're not on the level of like AEW and WWE is now.
But at least it's competition.
Yeah.
It's not is AEW a head-to-head match with WWE? Obviously, no. But at least you have a second promotion that is challenging them, or at least trying to keep them honest. Before it was just Vince doing whatever Vince wanted to do.
Yeah, you look back at some of the stuff from the 80s and 90s, man. Vince was just like, damn, there is no way in hell he could get away with some of that stuff now.
Yeah. I mean, I love that we've gone past one of the great things about it now. I love that we've gone past the age of caricature for the most part. Short of New Day.
Yeah.
I love that black wrestlers now.
There's more now than there was before.
I love that they're getting storylines that are not just the quote unquote shucking and jiving type of character.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't like New Day at the beginning for that reason. I was like, damn, no.
It was all the characters they were dance or they were pimps.
I was in the
they were
my nephew.
The whole train and all that other stuff.
Exactly.
Wasn't mad at the whole train, but you know, I got what you're saying.
But it was so unoriginal. It was like he didn't put thought into who they could really be as a person. And
I wanted Farouks. I wanted more motherfucking Farouks and motherfucking
Nation of Domination.
Yeah, you know, I wanted people like that. Like,
APA was one of the ones where they really let Ron Simmons just shine as a person and not be that this or that. And The Rock again broke that mold of what
man did he break that mold?
Yeah, of what
it took him a minute
non-white character.
His first character, Rocky Maivia.
Yeah.
Bobby had the fringes on his arm.
You know,
to me that was what they wanted to push though.
And that's what it was because they wanted to take his grandfather, because what they did was took his dad's name Rocky Johnson and his grandfather, who was the great Chief Peter Maivia, and they took those names and boom, put it together. So now he's this third generation superstar who got his dad's name but got his grandfather's soul. So it was like they tried to make him a true Samoan wrestler. And at that time, the world wasn't ready for it. You know, I mean, you're talking about the 90s where
he went through like three variations before he found his stride.
Kind of two, because the Rocky Maivia was the worst thing ever. So then he was just, you know, he dropped the Maivia and became, you know, Rocky, and then it was just The Rock after that. But because I noticed, because one, I read the book, and two, that was my favorite wrestler of all time. So
still my favorite wrestler of all time.
Still, you know, to this day, The Rock can do no wrong. Other than I don't know, but no,
when he had the fucking wings on.
We don't talk about that, but no, like his transformation, like just like I was saying about Stone Cold, because he was him and Hollywood Blondes. That's what it was. In WCW,
him and
Brian Pillman. There was Hollywood Blondes. He came over and became the ringmaster with Ted DiBiase, and then Stone Cold Steve Austin was born.
That's it. Yeah.
So at those times, you had these two polarizing forces.
I love Kurt Angle too, though.
Kurt Angle too.
I love
Kurt Angle was himself the whole way through.
And to me, Kurt came and stole the spotlight, because Kurt came and he was a 3-time champion. And I was like, hey, I don't know nobody like this dude. And I knew he was for real.
And that's that was the beautiful.
For real.
Yeah.
Here's a crazy fact. A lot of people don't know the answer to this, or who the third person is going to be, unless you've listened to my show. In the history of the WWE, Vince has always been adamant about people following the script or the what. Mm-hmm. There has only ever been 3 wrestlers that had the permission to go out into the ring on the mic and go completely
off script
and say whatever they want without Vince's approval.
And
I know the Rock.
Who we've already mentioned.
The Rock is one.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I've seen the Rock go out there and do that plenty of
Oh,
times.
Rock always did it.
Yeah.
I seen the Rock go out there and say, "We off script." I was like, "What the fuck does that mean?"
Stone Cold.
Stone Cold.
Yeah, definitely.
Now the third one is such a insane choice of all of the people of over all the years.
I would say John Cena, but
no,
I probably said what Mick
He's
Foley.
not there anymore.
Oh,
he's a newer-ish
Enzo.
guy. He's not
Enzo.
whoever just said that.
wait,
Enzo Amore.
Enzo.
And that was my dude, though. I like Enzo. He can get on. Enzo had mic skills.
Yeah, but he did, and there's no debating that.
And you
But for
can't
him to have that level of trust for a completely unproven guy at that time says something about the mic skills that Enzo must have. Because he did not let Hogan do that. He didn't let Cena do it.
Yeah, Ric Flair.
All of these great guys that never were allowed to do it, but Enzo was. Enzo,
which is crazy.
Enzo got side railed by that rape allegation, and then it went downhill. No, luckily, shit came out that proved that he pretty much wasn't guilty.
But it was
by the time the damage was done. So.
Yeah. I mean, the damage is always once you say rape, it's over. Like you can't take that back. But Enzo didn't help himself with that thing he tried to call a rap career.
Yeah, his mic skills was good. It wasn't that damn good. But
yeah. Like, this is like, bro, what are you doing? Like, now Macho Man, I'll go on record. I'll die on this hill. That record Macho Man put out.
Never heard anything
I
bad
have.
You never
I heard it. It was fucking great.
Yeah.
Macho
had skills, bro. Macho
Man beat the fuck out of Hulk Hogan on wax. Like I've never seen somebody diss Hulk Hogan so hard.
Macho record
but he really didn't. He couldn't stand him in real life neither. So,
but Macho's record was better than Cena's record.
Yeah,
and better than Ray's record. Ray's got a record. People don't know about Ray.
And my boy MVP got a couple tracks too.
He's rapping now too.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them. R-Truth has one, but
R-Truth,
it's R-Truth.
I think R-Truth don't get enough respect, man. Like people gotta realize R-Truth. You crazy. R-Truth, people don't realize how R-Truth, he's playing a character. But in real life, R-Truth is a solid dude. Like, but the character that they gave him, he made this shit work for how many years.
No. There's
aloof, goofy ass character that he play on TV. He's been making this shit work, and they've kept him. He has not been once fired, let go, suspended. None of this shit. He has been on TV every night for the last 15, 20 years with this same one character. He's got one character. The goofy ass, running the ring out of nowhere, don't know what's going on, fucked up the script. Like he's been doing this for the longest, and he made that shit work. They gave him a fucked up character, and he made that shit work.
And that is the mark of a great wrestler.
Like his gimmick is shit, but he can out wrestle a lot of people.
Shane Douglas did an interview a while back about the guys from the old NWA days, the enhancement talent. The guys that were there that they knew they were never going to hold a belt. They were never going to be champions. They were there for no other reason than to make the other stars look good.
The jobbers.
Yeah.
These guys, a lot of these guys in the old days had entire careers working as enhancement talent. One of them that Shane mentioned bought 4 houses, 2 boats, and put his kids through college doing nothing other than
laying on his back.
Laying on his back.
Hey, wait.
He got pinned 1, 2, 3 every night, and got paid big bucks.
Yeah. Like you
which is crazy.
4 houses doing something that most guys would never want to do.
I got too much pride to refuse to lay down and lose.
Yeah, like look, Kevin Nash, Hogan, none of those guys would have ever done it.
Right.
There's a different kind of person where you don't have the ego, you don't have the. It's not that he didn't have the talent. They probably could have easily gone on to much bigger roles, but they were content in knowing, like The Rock says, know your role, and they were content in that position, and they were paid for it accordingly. And hey, I would do it. I mean, keep the.
I know they're gonna pay me a good.
Speaking of which, Scott Hall is recovering right now from a broken hip. So shout out to Scott Hall.
I'm gonna say this
right now. Turnaround. That dude had a turnaround, man.
I'm gonna say this right now. Diamond Dallas Page deserves a goddamn humanitarian award.
He definitely
for the work he has done with Scott Hall and Jake. There's
those two stories. Oh my god.
Yeah, there's no other way to put that. What DDP has done with that program, not just with those two wrestlers, but with all the other people he's helped.
Yeah. He deserves although I got to question him about this daggone show he's got on Netflix.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it just dropped. It's called Guardians of Justice.
Oh, okay. I don't know about that. I'm just basing it on the DDP thing.
But other than that,
we're gonna leave that there before, because we're getting close to that time. But before we get out of here, we're gonna play a quick round of "Damn, how old are you?" Real quick. So for those who don't know the rules, you get 4 categories: 80s.
Stupid.
All I do is pick the cards. The cards work themselves. 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010s, multiple choice. You get one lifeline, either Chris or Courtney, and we'll do 150-50. I kind of like that. So, are you ready? And of course, tonight you will be going up against the person who got the top score out of 6 weeks. Out of what, 5 weeks now? No, this is episode 6. Yeah, so she got all 4 right. Nobody else has done that yet. We've had 3, we've had 2, we've had none, we've had 1, but one person got 4.
Let's make history tonight.
Let's see if we can get 4 for 4. All right, so this is from the 80s. What TV channel forever changed television music in 1981? A, MUZ TV. B, Lifetime. C, CBC. What the fuck is that? C is CBC. Okay. Anywho, or D, MTV.
MTV. D.
Yes.
Knew he was gonna do that one. That was simple. The Music God.
First video ever played on MTV.
Video killed the
radio star.
By the Buggles.
Courtney, we should know that because of school.
Because I answered it when you asked it in the first show.
Yeah. There was a weird song we had. Our teacher made us do a video for, and that was the song "Video Killed the Radio Star." Oh,
so those puppies are still together and touring too,
which is crazy. Every time I hear him at Walmart, I just think about Amanda Casey. But anywho, what did AOL stand for? A, America Online. B, Always Online. C, American Online. Or D, America Overline.
A, America Online.
Hold on, Jocelyn, you might have company.
On the same show, that would be crazy.
That would be,
unprecedented.
All right, so 2000s. Where were the Olympics game held in 2000? A, Athens. B, Madrid. C, Sydney. Or D, Florence?
Just so they get you. Ain't this about a bitch?
Remember, you have a lifeline. You can use either Chris or Courtney, and you can do a 50-50.
84, they were in LA. Because I was there to see it.
Process of elimination.
Oh, man. Do a 50-50 on it because I...
All right, so...
I want to say it was Sarajevo, but that was a Winter Olympics.
It's not Athens or Madrid, so it's either Sydney or Florence that they held the 2000 Olympic Games.
I'm gonna say A.
I took that out. So it's either C or D. You have Sydney or Florence.
Oh, that's what I meant. Sydney. I'm sorry.
That's it.
Oh well.
You did, Jocelyn.
This one's for all the cards.
I can guarantee you it's 4 for 4. But I'm gonna ask the question anyway.
Okay.
Which rapper launched streaming service Tidal in 2013?
Well, Jocelyn, you have company. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You
Jay-Z, yeah. I mean, so we had for the first time 2 people actually get 4 right, and damn it, they were on the same show. So apparently, if one person get it, the second person is bound to get it.
Nice.
So, man, CJ, man, go ahead, plug everything you have going on. Tell the people where they can find you. Oh, and also, before you do that, it's that time. Time for parting shots. It's that time where people get to get your last shots off. Let everybody know where they can find you. What you got going on, and a lasting word of the night to let people know. I think my Nova
the podcast you can find pretty much everywhere. Just type in Noize Report. That's Noize with a Z, Noize. Ish List is exactly how it sounds. I believe in Facebook it's official Ish List. You can go to YouTube. Just type in CJ Plain PLAIN. It's going to be the YouTube channel, basically, where we're going to do reaction videos, reviews, all that kind of stuff. A whole ton of crazy stuff we're going to be doing on there. Find me pretty much everywhere, man. Just type in the Music God on Google. You're going to find all kinds of shit going back years. All my old radio shows that I used to do. I used to do like live radio before I kind of transitioned into podcasting. Find crazy old rant videos on there of me talking trash about this, that, and the other thing. I think there's a video floating around me and Angry Grandpa did. Remember Angry Grandpa from YouTube?
Oh man, that was my dude,
I was really good friends with Angry Grandpa before he passed. And there's a video him and I did.
Bro, he had this one video, boy. His son brung him something. Bro, he tore that motherfucker up.
Yeah,
Angry Grandpa.
I'm still friends with Michael. I'm still friends with Michael.
Dude, man.
Yeah,
I was so sad when Angry Grandpa died, boy.
Dude.
Oh
I cried hysterically when
that was
his real name was Charles Green. I became really, really good friends with him.
Bro, he was the classic dude on YouTube. Underrated. They used to have me dying laughing. And somebody caught that video one day and never stopped.
Completely started as a joke. He would get mad and he would tear shit up. So Michael made a video of it, and it didn't even blow up until they did the Casey Anthony one, where it was
Casey Anthony. Oh, he hated that. Casey Anthony.
We flipped out. And then Spike TV picked it up for their greatest videos thing, and it just blew up. Mm-hmm. And they started getting just like millions and millions and millions of views. And they were making so much money that Michael ended up buying his dad a house outright from that money. And it was crazy. It was just one of the nicest dudes you would ever meet in real life, man. Like, he was so genuine.
Hilarious.
He broke my server when I had him on my radio show. I had it set to have 1,000 listeners. Now, normally you would never get 1,000 listeners. He had so many people listening behind him when he came on my show. He crashed the server 4 times in a row. Literally broke the freaking server. We had to have a repair guy come in and fix the servers because Angry Grandpa just busted my servers, man.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah. So, on that note, you can find it everywhere. So, thank you for having me on here, man.
It's always a blast talking to you, man.
I've been looking forward to this like all month, bro. Like
a lot of people been saying that, and I take that as a compliment, man. Because
I don't get to do it from this side that much, man. Like,
and that's why I wanted you on, man. Because when we had the conversation, I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
a lot of people don't get to experience that on the other side of the mic feeling where you're not in control, but you get to still have fun and talk shit. So you definitely got to come back. Definitely got to do this again.
Anytime, brother. You let me know. You let me know. Give me 24 hours of notice, and I'll, I'm kind of like the devil. Say my name, and I'll appear out of thin air.
We appreciate you having Courtney, man. Talk to the people, man.
Monday nights, man, we popping back up Smoking Reviews with a whole new look. So everything is changing. We're gonna be looking different on Smoking Reviews. Got some new co-hosts, new time. We're gonna be coming at 7:30. We are taking the shows down to a 30-minute minimum. That way we can have a cleaner look. And it's gonna be a little time. It's gonna be a little different with the concepts. Got a couple different topics. We got 3 new segments: the hot seat, what's hot and what's not, and then our list, the hot list. So Smoking Reviews, it will look different Monday nights. Like I said, we got new co-hosts. We got a couple guests coming on. I think Chris is coming on next week, or the following week. We're gonna be doing top 10 comic books. So I look forward to that. You can find me on Facebook, Courtney Duncan, everywhere.
Lobo.
You can find me everywhere, Courtney Duncan, FBTG 927 on Facebook, IG. That's where you can find me mostly. Respond quick on there.
Chris, go ahead and talk to the people, man.
All right, you can find me on Chris.Fury1 on IG. You can also find me on Blurred's Eye View, all one word, on IG as well. I'm on that one most of all. Chris Fury1 on TikTok. I'm dropping Motivational Mondays, and now I'm doing cartoon theme songs that live rent-free in your head. So that's the new series I'm doing on there. Also, you can catch me. We'll be coming back season 7 next Tuesday, 8:30. We have Mark Cooper, nerdcore rapper out of Detroit. So, he's coming on the show. And you can probably catch me tomorrow because I'm doing a spoiler review on the Batman and doing the giveaway for Paramount Pictures. So check us out same time, 8:30. So I'm doing Fury's Reacts and Reviews on Thursdays, Blurred's Eye View on Tuesdays. We're expanding, people.
Yeah. So you get it, dude. Like, it's once you start this, you be like, I'm gonna do one podcast. Then it's 2.
And then the podcast turns the whole
third one.
Yeah, that's it.
And it's like at one point doing live radio, I had like 3 different live radio shows that I was doing during the week. I was literally spending like 50 hours a week just doing radio shows. So
now the key is to get paid. That's
that's the secret to the shit, is to make money.
You hear this voice, people? You know you want
an expensive hobby.
Well, I don't know if that was a plea for a video spot or a new dating service, but anywho,
I'll do you want it. I was like, wait a fucking minute.
I'll do both.
Hey, okay. So
money's no object. My pride is.
For the right amount of money.
Okay. So because I feel lazy, I'm gonna do that, but I want to show this real quick because it's coming. It's here.
All right.
The new show is here. It is okay. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, thank you. So the new show is here. It's going to start Sunday, March 13th. Don't have a time yet, but pretty much what it's going to be, man, it's going to be a little different than what the shit is. It's going to be sort of a summit of creatives, networking, mixing, just kind of, shoot the shit, talk about things you got going on, things you want to see, things about the podcasting community or creative community that you like or don't like. You know what I'm saying? Just a summit for creatives to get together and air grievances or, just talk. It'll be live on my personal Facebook page every Sunday night. Don't know what time yet. I haven't worked that out yet. But we're all working on different things because we're all trying to build something here under this Black Legacy umbrella. So you can only get better with more shows and more opportunities. You know what I mean? But with that being said, want to thank our guests, Jocelyn and CJ, for coming on. Next week is going to be a little different of a subject. We have Lewis coming on, who's going to speak about men with lupus. And we also have Brittany on. She's going to be talking about mental health. So we're not only just going to be giving you guys laughs, we are going to try to give you guys a little culture, a little health, and
that's what's up.
Some benefits. So next week we're going to be talking about lupus and mental health. So buckle in. It might not be all the jokes and laughs that you normally see here, but we're trying to provide more than just we're trying to provide different services here. So different guests mean different activities. You know what I mean? So I look forward to that. We're getting close to the end here. May will be the end of the season, but don't fret. We still got a lot of shit going on, a lot of guests coming on. I can tell y'all some of them, but I'm going to just let y'all wait and see them because trust me, I've been out here shaking hands and kissing hands and shaking babies. So,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Really moving some trees around just to try to get some dope people, you know what I'm saying, on the screen. So
I'm glad you said it was dope people because the way that ran in there.
Oh, yeah. Nothing but the best, man. You know what I mean? It's a lot of dope people I've met doing this, and I appreciate them and their time and their talents. And I feel honored that, they responded. One, because who am I? But a kid from Akron with a little bit of reach, and some of these people, have a good following. And the fact that they want to come on here and look forward to it and excited, that means a lot. People know the story. I'm not going to get into it. But just know I appreciate it. We got more in store from everything under this umbrella. It ain't just what the shit that's growing. We're all growing, all changing, all evolving. So this time next year, I might not even be the host of the show. We might have a fresh face and I'm just pressing buttons, You never know. But just know that I appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Talk y'all shit. And as usual, I'm going to go ahead and leave y'all with the white girl.
Go home, folks.
BB.